This is National 9 News with Peter Hitchener.
Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
President Bush and the world appalled by the terror that rained from the sky on American cities. Good afternoon. The United States, the world's most powerful democracy, is in mourning tonight after suffering its darkest day of terror. Thousands of people are feared dead after 4 jets were hijacked, 2 flown deliberately into New York's famous World Trade Center, which later collapsed in ruins. A 3rd plane ploughed into the Pentagon in Washington, while a 4th crashed in Pennsylvania. Robert Penfold begins our coverage.
America's catastrophic day of destruction began with coordinated terrorist attacks on New York's tallest buildings, the famous Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. They were packed with tens of thousands of people. Just before 9 a.m., 11 p.m. on the east coast of Australia, the start of the workday in New York, a hijacked passenger plane, a Boeing 767, ploughed into the side of the skyscraper. Then, soon after, the horror continued. A second hijacked passenger aircraft, a Boeing 757, appeared low over New York. As far as authorities know, the terrorists on board had taken the controls of both planes. While the rescue operation was just getting underway below, this aircraft too was flown straight into the 2nd tower of the 110-story building. It was indeed a suicide mission of enormous magnitude.
Doorman goes to me, "Wow, I never seen a plane flying so low." And we looked out at it, all of a sudden, boom, it seemed like it wasn't even real.
This is the same scene from another angle. Something witnessed by the tens of thousands of people all over New York, all watching a seemingly endless horror show happening right in front of them. The plane is coming in from the left. On the ground, a cameraman captured the moment of impact as well. Then he, with the thousands of others around him, ran to escape the deadly shower of debris. At this stage, it's impossible to get any idea of the casualty numbers, though the grim reality is the World Trade Center is the workplace of up to 50,000 people. And on any given day, another 80,000 tourists visit the sightseeing lookouts at the top of the towers. Although because it was early in the day, authorities are hoping the numbers of tourists may not have been at their maximum.
As soon as he got hit, I was thrown to a window. So I was very lucky to get out. There's a lot of people that didn't get out. There's a lot of people coming down the stairs, burnt up. It's bad.
And then we saw the people jumping. We saw what we thought was debris, and we realized it was people jumping.
They started jumping out of the window, like the 96th floor. They just started, one at a time, in different parts of the building. I just started to see the people just drop. And I must have counted like 30 or 40 people, you know.
But the attacks were to continue. South in Washington, another hijacked passenger plane, a Boeing 757, was aimed directly at the Pentagon. This is the headquarters and strategic planning center for the United States military. A section of the building was blown apart, no doubt causing more deaths and injuries.
It came in at such a deep angle at such fast speed. It was, the severity of, I was telling the gentleman, it was a real severe intention is what it had to it. You could tell it was like a suicide bomber.
The recurring nightmare continued. A 4th passenger plane crashed in open land 120 kilometers from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That too was thought to be a victim of the terrorists. President Bush was not in Washington when the attacks occurred. He was in Florida. Soon after, spoke to the nation, warned of difficult times ahead.
Freedom itself was attacked this morning by a faceless coward, and freedom will be defended. Make no mistake, the United States will hunt down and punish those responsible for these cowardly acts.
Immediately, the name of the international terrorist, Osama bin Laden, was on everyone's tongues. He has recently been promising attacks of huge magnitude against the United States, and today that certainly happened.
big explosion happened. Some guy came out, his skin was all off. I helped him out, just as it was all over. There's people jumping out of windows. I've seen at least 14 people jumping out of windows. It's horrific. I can't believe this is happening.
The rescue operation was well underway. Both towers were burning. Then the worst possible thing happened. The lower part of the first skyscraper, where many people were thought to be trapped, collapsed. 110 stories crashed to the ground. And then, weakened by the continuing explosions, the second giant tower gave way as well. Destroying many buildings for blocks around.
There's a woman in a wheelchair, and I got her in the strap wheelchair and just carried her down the steps and carried her down 68 floors, man.
These are the flights that were hijacked and eventually crashed. An American Airlines 767 flight flying from Dallas near Washington to Los Angeles. Another American Airlines 757 flying from Boston to Los Angeles. A United Airlines 767 bound from Boston to Los Angeles. And a United Airlines 757 from Newark near New York to San Francisco. In America, they're comparing this to the World War II attack on Pearl Harbor. A series of horror attacks has created a warlike mentality amongst America's leaders. And the worst news is yet to come. The death toll will be huge, at a scale never before seen in a terrorist attack in the Western world.
Just worked our way down the stairs, but there was tons of company giving maydays. We lost tons of guys. Terrible.
But it wasn't over yet. 8.5 hours after the first impact, another building, 47 stories high, part of the World Trade Center complex that had been burning all day, also collapsed. Now it's reported another building in the complex is also in danger of collapsing as well.